Imagine Venice at dawn, fog curling off the lagoon, church bells tolling, and a convoy of police boats slicing the Grand Canal like scalpels. Doors fly open, and hand-delivered notices flap against ancient wood. Vacate by noon. Private event. Jeff Bezos has just bought 3 days of history for the price of a small nation's budget, and the City of Masks is about to watch its biggest masquerade yet. But before the first champagne flute clinks, a rumor slithers through the alleys. Lauren Sanchez planned every second of this circus years ago, and she's done it once before. Lauren's resume reads like a ladder made of lovers. 2000 dating NFL star Tony Gonzalez, net worth $50 million. 2005 marries Hollywood power agent Patrick Whitesell, worth $1.9 billion. 2019 leaks of steamy texts, "I wanna breathe you in," surface in the National Enquirer courtesy of her own brother. Result: Whitesell files for divorce the same week Bezos announces his split from Mackenzie Scott. Cut to now, foam cannons primed on a $500 million super yacht, 80,000 roses, stacked like a ransom, and an invitation so ugly Reddit swears it was designed in Microsoft Paint. Bezos calls this a fairy tale wedding. Venetians call it a hostile takeover. Friday noon, 90 private jets descend on Marco Polo Airport, each one a flying contradiction to every climate tweet Leonardo DiCaprio ever wrote. Guests surrender phones. Bezos wants exclusivity and board unmarked water taxis. Destination classified. Kim Kardashian frowns. Content blackout is her personal purgatory. Onshore, Extinction Rebellion inflates a 12-foot crocodile and pushes it toward the canal with a sign, "If you can rent Venice, you can pay taxes." Tourists cheer, police drag the float away. Inside Palazzo Grimani, Lauren slips into corset dress and one Dolce & Gabbana, sleeves ballooning like hot air balloons ready for liftoff. She grips the lighthouse, a diamond so large it casts prisms on paintings older than America. The welcome dinner is silk-themed. Female guests receive $9.99 Amazon slippers in monogrammed bags. Male guests unwrap 100 Venetian velvet loafers. Equal opportunity, Lauren chirps. Oprah grimaces but says nothing. Midnight, Bezos's yacht Kourou erupts in neon bubbles. Drones spell love is prime across the sky. Foam swirls past gondolas like industrial snow. Below deck, Sydney Sweeney flirts with Orlando Bloom, while Lady Gaga rehearses Million Reasons. Tom Brady checks exit routes. There's a storm on the radar, or maybe in his conscience. Saturday morning, venue chain. Protesters threaten to chain inflatable crocs across the canal. Security pivots the ceremony to San Clemente Island, then to Teatro La Fenice after Ivanka Trump's detail deems the island porous. The mayor calls it dynamic logistics. Locals call it whiplash. The symbolic vows legal papers were signed stateside to shield Bezos's fortune, unfold on corporate gray carpet identical to Amazon HQ flooring. Vivaldi plays. Outside, chants echo, "Venice is not for sale." Lauren smiles wider. Her new face won't crack. Nobody notices the maid in the corner, eyes wide as saucers, until Twitter snatches the photo hours later. Hashtags explode. Handmaids of Bezos. Vogue quietly swaps a different shot onto its digital cover. By sundown, a masquerade begins. Dress code: gold mask for billionaires, silver for millionaires, black for creative class. Leonardo hides beneath a baseball cap and a mask. Hypocrisy with extra coverage. Ellie Goulding sings. Lights? Protesters outside answer with flares. But the real suspense brews below deck, where leaked seating charts list table pairings. Lauren curated herself. Kim next to Katy Perry despite their feud. DiCaprio beside environmental critic journalists. Orlando Bloom opposite newly single Sydney Sweeney. Accidental, or Lauren's last experiment in social combustion. At 3 a.m. lightning cracks the lagoon, killing the power on Kourou. For 11 breathless minutes, the richest wedding on earth floats in darkness. Foam still falling, alarms muted, crocodile inflatables bumping the hull. Someone, maybe a stylist, maybe a staffer, records a single shaky video before security seizes the phone. That clip hits the darknet by dawn. In it you can hear Lauren whisper, "This is the moment they'll remember." A blackout video barrels across encrypted group chats faster than any Amazon Prime delivery. 11 grainy seconds. Lightning flashes. The yacht's foam cannons keep spitting suds. Panicked guests scramble for designer masks that double as life vests. Lauren's voice, breathy, thrilled, whispers, "This is the moment they'll remember." Then darkness. By breakfast, TMZ posts a blurred still. Bezos's team threatens lawsuits. TMZ replies with a countdown widget. Full clip drops in 24 hours, unless Bezos donates $20 million to Venetian flood relief. Twitter names the ultimatum prime blackout. Meanwhile, Venice limps back to itself. Gondoliers sweep rotting roses off docks, muttering about plastic romance. City accountants tally $1 million in police overtime. Bezos's PR firm pledges an equal cultural donation, but locals demand triple. Extinction Rebellion plans a farewell flotilla. Hundreds of kayaks, each flying a flag that reads "Return to Sender." Back on Kourou, damage control spirals. Oprah schedules an immediate exit. Her Gulfstream departs at dawn. Leonardo slips away on a water taxi, cap pulled so low he nearly misses the pier. Kim's jet tracker shows her wheels up with 13 pieces of lost luggage. Rumor says Bezos's staff held them until she signed an NDA addendum. She signs, then posts a black square captioned "Silenced Weekend," sparking 80,000 comments in an hour. Lauren, immune to backlash, launches Phase 2 influencer domination. Overnight she archives every Instagram older than a week. Only 3 remain. The Vogue cover, a misty gondola kiss and a new shot. Lauren on the yacht's bow in silk pajamas, palms raised as foam falls like snow. Caption: "Magic happens when you refuse to shrink." Within minutes, comments split. Iconic queen versus tax the foam. Engagement skyrockets. Mission accomplished, but the real controversy detonates when the New York Times drops an exposé titled "The Handmaids of Bezos." Reporters track down the stone-faced attendants from Lauren's viral photo. They weren't luxury staff. They were freelance chambermaids hired through an app. Promised $200 and a cultural experience. They claim gag orders in languages they couldn't read. One says she worked 18 hours without breaks. Another says her phone was sealed in a bag for security. Bezos's spokesperson calls the allegations sensational. The story trends anyway. Scrutiny widens. Investigative TikTokers cross-reference yacht manifests with Amazon labor records. At least 7 Italian security guards hold 0-hour contracts with an Amazon subsidiary. Headlines morph. From warehouse to wedding guard. Lawyers prepare statement. Then leaks hit again, this time seating chart screenshots. Lauren's social experiment is laid bare. Kim and Katie side by side. DiCaprio flanked by energy sector CEOs. Ivanka Trump opposite a climate scientist. Commentators dub it the 50 million Hunger Game. Etiquette columnists faint on air. Yet the wedding still isn't over. A final pajama soiree is set for 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. Dress code silk only. Amazon slippers encouraged. Protesters vow to flood the palace steps with inflatable crocodile. Secret Service reroutes Ivanka out early. Her motorcade meets extinction kayaks, sparks a brief standoff, goes viral in 4K. Inside the palazzo, Jessica Alba wins Best Dancer, tearing up terrazzo to Usher sheds his coat, reveals silk shorts, leads an improvised OMG with Lady Gaga on guest vocals. At 1 a.m. lightning returns. Power flickers. Generators hum alive. Staff cheer. Lauren toasts resilience. Outside, thunder drowns protest chants echoing like ancestral curses through marble halls. 3 a.m. A storm-whipped gust sends foam out palace windows, avalanching onto Calle Larga. Tourists film themselves surfing billionaire bubbles. Amazon stock drops another % during Asian trading. Jeff shrugs. Market corrections are temporary. Legacy is forever. Sunday sunrise. The flotilla blockade forms, kayaks, paddleboards, crocodile floats. Police push back gently. No appetite for arrests more viral than the foam clip. Bezos and Lauren board Kourou under tight guard. From the deck Lauren waves. Lighthouse diamond blinding cameras one last time. A protester yells, "Venice is not your playground." Jeff replies with that infamous laugh, Rich echoing a shark slipping back into deep water. Hours later Kourou docks in Monaco. Compare shots. Venetian fog replaced by sterile Riviera sun, protest signs traded for paparazzi drones. Lauren posts a story, sunrise yoga on the helipad. Caption: "New beginnings on endless horizons." Comments limited to followers only. Legacy writes itself. The foam blackout video becomes the year's most watched leak. Extinction Rebellion membership in Italy spikes 40%. Venezia legislators propose a billionaire tax on private events. Amazon pledges $150 million to flood defense. Critics call it hush money. Bezos beige. The corporate gray carpet trends as decor meme of the season. Lauren secures a 6-episode docuseries working title Limitless Love. The world groans, yet adds it to the watch list. Spectacle sells and controversy, that's just fuel. Somewhere Mackenzie Scott signs another billion-dollar grant to libraries. Foam dissipates over the lagoon. Venice regains its impossible equilibrium. A city that shouldn't exist, yet does. Some things, unlike fortunes, can't be bought, but the next billionaire will try, and the masks will rise again. If billion-dollar foam storms and crocodile blockades blew your mind, hit like so the algorithm knows this saga matters. Drop your verdict in the comments. Team protest, team party, or team tax the yacht. And if you want front row seats to the next scandal money can't smother, subscribe and ring the bell. Let's keep turning luxury headlines into hard questions together.